live. Oh my goodness, you guys. I was just trying to go live a few minutes ago, and then there was this like little notification on the at the bottom that says you are about to go live, and then there's a circle moving, drone, 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 drone that never finished moving, which really meant it's still processing. And then I couldn't even end that live. But I'm so happy that I got to restart this and I got to be with you all, because the last thing I want to see happening is me canceling a live because of technical issues. Because remember, we're on our strike. We're on the 14-day streak here for the 365-day live video challenge. I'm so happy to be with you here today. This is becoming officially my favorite part of the day. And I am doing these lives during the evening, but I would love to move them during the day and maybe in the morning. So this is something I'm working on, but I'm going to not force this schedule change. I'm going to ease myself into it and just keep setting my intention until then. Um, but I want to ask you, how are you doing today? I mean, we just moved through a pretty big growth on full moon yesterday. How are you landing? How are you landing in your week? And I'm just sending you, holding you in lots of love for a gentle landing and a good, easy integration so that you can move forward in your week with more clarity. Let me know in the comments, how are you doing? And if you happen to watch this on a replay, do let me know. Hey, I was here on a replay and here's how I'm doing. Well, before I go into today's topic, I wanna share with you. You probably guessed it right. I am I'm doing this live from my bed tonight, and I have a good feeling about this. By the time 365 days, and I think you're gonna know every corner of my house. So we're gonna become really good friends in 1 year, and I'm happy for that. I'm really happy for us to get to know at each other at this level. So let's talk about why I'm doing this live video from my bed. Is because Shakti had so much to do today and a hard time focusing on um, what she could do. So, um, as entrepreneurs, we wear so many hats, right? And actually, before I go in the teaching around it, let me actually go dive deep into it. So today I woke up in a state where I wanted to do a lot. I wanted to accomplish a lot, and there was like content creation, marketing, setting up my store, completing one landing page. There's a in-person talk coming up, creating marketing promotional materials for that. There's like all kinds, a whole gamut of stuff. And right now it's just me working on most of it. I do have some help, but it's not, hey, I got this one piece down and don't worry about it. It's not there yet. So I really felt overwhelmed. And this is like, I had finished a client session today, which also was so good. But after that client session, I was like, okay, I can go and in all these different directions and knock these tasks out one by one. But how about I give my body a very well deserved rest? Because what happens is when I don't know about you, but when I get overwhelmed, I can't think straight from a place of neutrality, honing in on what is really important in this time, in this moment, what is my biggest priority. And if you are somebody who experienced this, where you have 50 different ideas and you see your to-do list with like 20 other items, and you feel like this rush of like excitement, I'm gonna jump in and I'm going to actually do it, let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced it, because that was totally me today. And the way I am resolving this, and I was able to resolve this today, is number one, instead of playing in the energy of overwhelm, I've separated myself from that, from my whole mental gymnastic that was happening. And number one thing I did there, I took my beautiful body to rest first. And this is so important. And if you hopped on this call thinking that I'm going to give you some really cool prioritization tools, unpopular opinion, rest is so important to reclaim that space within your mind, within your body, to come to a place of neutrality where you can look at what is really important now and what is one thing you can focus on, because there's absolutely no way we can do 50 things at the same time. And this is where I see many of my clients actually um, have a hard time taking any action. Sometimes, getting into these places where it's so hard to take any action because we think we're superhumans. We think we can do 50 different things at the same time, and we just put all this demand on our body to perform, on our mind to figure this out. And there's no way our bodies and our minds can take so much load. I mean, it's just not, it's not feasible, it's not even realistic. And that is just, a whole recipe of creating hardship for the body and the mind, more than we need to. As entrepreneurs, our resources are just so valuable, right? So the way I resolved this after I gave myself the luxury of rest is really asking myself, there is very one important thing that needs to happen for my business and for any business out there. And that means if there's a business, it needs clients, right? If there's a business, it needs clients. And what is one thing I can do in this moment to make it easy for my clients to, come as close as possible to signing up for my services? So this is not about creating anything new. This is not about spinning out and, creating a lot of content. But right now, what do I need to do to make it easy for somebody to jump on and say yes to my work today in this moment? And for me, my answer was really creating a store link that I can put in my content and share it with people who've been like messaging me for asking for my service. And that was the number one thing. So one of the ways, the reason I'm sharing this story with you is because I think we just wear so many hats and we get so lost in all that needs to be done. It's overwhelming. But what is the most important money making activity in front of me right now? And, I hate to sound like somebody who cares too much about money. It's really not about money, but it is really about being in service to clients. And I say money making activities as it's exact same thing. What is the most important client serving activity I can do? And for me, and I know a lot of businesses, and even probably your business too, um, the easier you can make it for new people to jump in your spaces, the better it is. And maybe you are not in that phase. I know my business in that phase right now. Some of you may have a business that is in a fulfillment space, which means you have really sold enough. You have your ad capacity. People are just like working with you. You have book calendar, and maybe in that moment you don't need to think about how you can bring more clients in your business. um, and that's a really good problem to have. And in that case, coming back to rest is so important, because your body needs so much, care as you create these spectacular client experiences, as you fulfill them in your business. So this is what I had to share today. If this resonates with you, let me know. And yeah, would love to see and hear from you. How do you prioritize? What is your secret way of prioritizing things in your business? And what really supports you in these moments when you feel overwhelmed? And I'm just looking at the comments. Hi, Axel. So good to have you here. Finally, I figured out a way to look at my comments real time using my phone. And I see Axel's comment. She says, I listen to my body. You are a rock star for doing that. Kudos to you. And she says, yes, we must prioritize self care, then the power and creativity will burst out eventually. Absolutely. And, trusting the body, trusting the body's process and the body's ability to give you exactly what is needed in the moment is really the name of the game here. So, I have an amazing opportunity that I do want to talk to you about, and that is I have opened my calendar for some free coaching calls, and you can also look at my story to see more information about it. But these coaching calls are really great for entrepreneurs who already have a business, who are bringing some money in, and you have had a launch before. You have launched a service before, and I would love to look at and review with you and support you in creating a launch blueprint where I would love to show you how you can triple your launch income from last time. And that means you'll be coming in with a lot of materials, your promo materials, your messaging, your offer, your price point. If you have already those created, then I would love to review them, audit them with you, and show you how you can triple your launch income from last time. And that means we're gonna see what opportunities are there to refine your messaging, your sales strategy, your visibility, your offer, how your launch strategy, and you will walk away with a launch blueprint. And I'm so excited for somebody, and actually many of you, to redeem this. I only have 8 spaces on my calendar, and I have not shared, I mean, I have shared about this in my stories today, but not a lot of people know what I'm really going for is to really hone in on opportunities where things can be calibrated more. And I bring in not just my brain, but a lot of my intuitiveness, a lot of my spirit connection. And what I would love to support you in creating a plan that allows you to up that income by 3 times. So that is what we're going for, and I would love to support you. There are only 8 spaces, and once these 8 spaces are filled, I am not planning on opening more right now, but whatever I do, I will let you know. But for now, these are the 8 spaces I have, and it's complimentary call, so you don't pay for anything, and it's 30 minutes long. It's one-on-one. There's nobody else but you and me just jamming out, you know, co-creating a launch plan that really supports you, because there's nothing that brings me joy than seeing you claiming more money, because you know it, I know it, it's your time. So if that's you, if this invitation is calling you, do put a comment here or send me a DM and let's get talking. I have link posted in the comments too, and you can totally book a appointment using that link too, or just send me a DM if you want to know more information or if you have any questions. All right. Sending you lots and lots of love. Take very good care of you. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye.